Hey Piggy, nice to see you. Actually, just feels very nice to be back here streaming on a Saturday for the HTI community. We don't have the Hattrick thingy on. I'll see if I can find it. There we go. It's kind of crazy. I haven't been able to stream any Saturday until now, but so many things starting here in the fall. I was away in Sweden last weekend on a little hike with a backpack and everything. It was very nice to get out, sleep in a few shelters, the cool, fresh air up in the Swedish woods. Very nice. Addy also shown up second in chat. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, and then there's been like I play in a billiards tournament with a team, and it's been Saturdays a few times now in a row. We also play on Sundays, and yeah, things going on. That's the thing I perhaps dislike a little about the HTI playing time, is that it's sometimes hard to get going on Saturdays. But luckily today we have the time, and I hope to have more Saturdays available, even though we are going into what you call the Christmas party season in Denmark as well. Your 4 players, is that for your cycle, Addy? That sounds very unlucky. Anyway, I'll have to add the matches to the viewer. And I think there's a Danish match in there already, but I think we could just leave it there. Then we'll do a minor preview of today's round in the HTI. Live view is currently loading here. First off, we have the HTI League versus Karlovic, and it's a pretty nice match to have when we are actually able to do a live stream, because it's the two teams tied in top of the league, 13 points each. Karlovic a bit after on goal difference, but a victory here and they'll take over the lead. They're quite even if you compare the numbers, so it should be a good match. Karlovic adding a little to last season. If I remember correctly, it was part of winning, wasn't it? No, they finished second. Oh, I'm mistaken. Karlovic, the defending champions, looking to seize the moment and take back first position in the league. Hattrick Australia Huskies versus Bonnet Bay. That's also a very nice matchup today. The Oceanian New South Wales Derby. Yeah, exactly. Sydney Derby. Oh, Clarence Seedorf has been promoted to a coach here. Interesting. Huskies doing a little better in terms of points compared to last season, but they have suffered heavy defeats this season. We'll see if they have enough to secure a victory at home at Stadium Australia. Bonnet Bay sitting fairly secure at the top half, and they will be no matter what way it goes today. Anyway, Orpington, Peter Ward, and Ben Takeda Shingen battling it out here in the lower half of the table. Looks like a tough matchup for Aldrington, the English side. It's been a while since I heard from Peter Ward. Hope everything is alright with him. Really? I missed that actual Sydney derby last week due to illness, had to watch it on the TV. Oh yeah, I saw in your thread that you had also trouble with the PC and updating for your cycle thread. It looked to be an amazing atmosphere. League debut for the two Marquis, Douglas Costa and Juan Mata. Oh, they play in Australia now? Just have a look. El Clasico. Yeah, I wish I was... Oh, he is? Western Sydney Wanderers. He used to play youth football in Real Madrid. La Paprika. And he swapped to Valencia. Costa for my team, Sydney FC. How did it go? I mean, honestly, I used to follow football quite a lot. And like I said, I wish I was more hyped for a game like El Clasico, but honestly, I'm not that fussed. I would feel happy that if Madrid wins because I used to support Madrid. I'll show you guys a thing. I'll be right back. I don't remember if I showed you guys this before. Perhaps you can better see it like this. I used to follow it religiously. I think Mamba would like this one. You look at his coach. This was my first Real Madrid jersey. Yeah, still have it. It's back from like 96, 97. Yeah, those were the days. Right, this is from back when you actually cared about football. I don't actually care too much about it anymore. I think it's too much about money and yeah, all that jazz. I have to show you this one. I have to show you this one as well. So back when I was a kid, I was a goalie. So you won't be too happy about this one, Piggy. There's no print on it though. If anything, it was a terrible season for Manchester United. Because they lost. It's 97-98 this one. But yeah. Peter Schmeichel. I remember him having an absolute howler against Barnsley, miskicking terribly in that match. I still remember that. He was an absolute beast in goal back then. So naturally, I would like. Obviously, that season they didn't have Cantona, but he retired the season before that in '97. But yeah, those back then, it was different, or at least I could say. At least I can say, well, maybe it was because I was a kid, and now you've grown up, and it's just not the same. Padalov playing against the bot team Domelaste today. Should have no trouble winning in that one. So Padalov, and who will they be playing the double round against? We'll see. Oh my, here comes... Hevalan Kilot Tajad versus FC Kostibar. Fifth versus first. Well, let's check the numbers here. Actually look like a good advantage for Kostibar. I don't think they are as young as the other teams in the league, but that's what happens once you open up and invite everyone for our community league. Espevik SK against Parking the Bus. A Collock here. Gaining some ground numbers wise. Perhaps they'll be able to catch the first point of the season today. FC Jolopukit against Papai ELC. Should be advantage for the home team here. They're second. And Papai seventh without any points scored. Perhaps that changes. And we have an all Danish encounter in the program today. Havnenshelte versus Bagheera United. It's been a while since we saw Don Bakke in chat, but I hope he'll return sometime soon and bring some banter in and stuff. Looking at the numbers, Havnenshelte looks to be ahead. A few areas. I'll be hoping to seize the moment and grab a win in the Danish derby today. He was the goalkeeper in world football when I started watching the EPL. When did you start watching? Chelsea was, like before the Abramovich deal, was in a bit of an up and down situation. Some great players. Vialli and Sola and when did they play the FA Cup final against Manchester United? 97-98. So that's when did they sign Desailly? Was it 98, yes. And they had they also had that other French defender. What was he called? Oh yeah, cool. I watched Sola and said I'm supporting that team. That's pretty decent. I remember watching Real Madrid play against Odense OB in the UEFA Cup in '94, and like just being mesmerized by Michael Laudrup. I'm just like, wow. Frank Leboeuf. Yeah. I was so, yeah. It was just I was a little. So in central defense, would France rotate between LeBlanc, Leboeuf, LeBlanc? What was he called? And Desailly? Laurent Blanc, of course, not LeBlanc. Laurent Blanc. They were usually between 3rd and 6th until the money came in. Yeah, remember that. And I think they were sold for like £1. Late 80s or something. Perhaps in... Oh, that was an 82. He joined after, yeah. Yeah, he was like incredible. An incredible signing before he was a major coup, I should say, from AC Milan. Given the fact that the investors weren't really there. At this, like in the same regard or in the same way as later on, of course. Well, they signed Brian Laudrup. I don't know why I want to. When did they Chelsea? That was in 97, 98. Oh wait, was it 98? Yeah, it was. I remember. Because he was at Rangers in 96, 97. Yeah, he didn't agree with the rotational principles of... Who was the manager then? Well, he didn't play enough. But it was Brian, and he swapped to FC Copenhagen, and then he was universally hated on the Danish grounds. I think he was too much of a name to be playing in the Danish league. So instead of just taking it in and experiencing his appearances in the league, people would just like boo him, and it wasn't a nice time for him returning to Denmark. I think he was too big. I think that's also like a reason why it wouldn't work out for Michael as well. Oh, I have to make a scouts call before we get started. Oh, we have too many players. See, this guy is absolutely horrible anyway. Let's fire him. I mean, surely if he had played up to his full potential at Chelsea, you would have remembered him, but he didn't. Not at all. Andreas Søndergaard, 16 years old. We don't need a 16-year-old inadequate scorer. Ejle Foby Hansen. Not good enough. Oh, horrible. Gustav Tinglev will relieve him of his duties. I think it was Vialli and then Claudio Ranieri. It was quite cool that he actually went on to win a premiership with Leicester. The Tinker Man, because of how much he changed the lineups. Oh yeah, it might have been due to Ranieri then. Simply because he was quite progressive about rotational systems, which wasn't super no. Vialli started rotating in Chelsea. Ranieri, wasn't he the manager when the takeover happened? And I think he was. Fairly sure he's from Livino. Oh, born in Rome. They were so fond of him in that town, I remember. Doesn't matter. He had one season. Mourinho made history. Oh yeah, and he did do it in such a special way, right? This special one in a special way. Yeah. He had quite an impact. It was quite cool how he would like bring the attention to himself rather than all the players. Like kind of shielding the team instead. Like, I remember when he said like his biggest achievement was actually finishing second with Manchester United, and like when you look at the results and how it's going right now, you kind of have to agree a little with the man. 10 minutes to go before we kick off round 6. Let's check out the Hattrick Masters. You guys rooting for a particular team? The final 32 teams now battling it out. I am, of course, supporting the 2 Danish managers left in the competition. I'm quite sure he had a pretty good season. The first season, I think Abramovich wanted to get rid of him quite early. And he actually managed to stay in the seat for longer than most had anticipated, really. So, here in the Masters, Siliculas, managed by Junker. Junker here, he's a super experienced manager. Looks decent with the numbers. Now his team is third. Who's he managing right now? Draconarius. He won the World Cup with Denmark, Junker, in 2011. Now he's managing the Faroe Islands. They had a good start. They won the first match. Managed by our national team manager. Oh, he's at Fenerbahce. Yeah. See, I could probably talk a lot more about football around year 2000 than nowadays. I'm simply not up to speed. Anders Fremad, managed by 0,7. He's actually a returning manager. He used to play under a different username, and he has won the Danish Superliga before with his old team. I did Svenne, it was called. Was it around 4, you said? Or around 3 perhaps. Raycon. See if I can find. They won round 3. Oh, Picard, I remember Mambo speaking highly of him in the podcast episode. Let's just see. Oh, looking quite okay here. Oh, pretty good matchup. When are they playing? 4 in the morning. I see. Well, let's go back to round 4 and see how they ended. Draken. Picard's kind of my unofficial mentor. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he played against Silekilas. He played against Junker. Look at these ratings also, almost 600 headsets. I'm an official mentor for a few. I'm not working so closely with them at the time, but I could actually sign up for the mentoring. Whoops, I'm not supposed to show this page right now. Sorry about that. Maybe I should just do like this. Yeah. He helped me train some under 21 players. The national players taught me more in the last 4 years than I probably ever understood. It's nice to connect with those managers, right? But it's also about being ready to absorb it. And I remember the third time, understanding, you should have been far more long-term in your planning. I understood that, and I was sort of like, but I have to start over and start. I have to do so much work in order to just establish and start over, and it felt so tough, and I eventually just quit. And then when I came back, I had an understanding of how long-term my plans should be, so I started basically day 1. You have no mentor, you're struggling. Feel free to write anytime about anything, Eddie, and I'm sure people would love to help you also in the Discord channel. But I do think there's this, at some point you get a deep understanding, and it is about like knowing the concept early on. No, not early on, that's a bad word. It seems a little romantic that you could play the game like you would play Football Manager, just wheeling and dealing and eventually trading your way up. Earning some prize money, reinvesting some of that money in the squad, but you'll run out of money. Patience is certainly one of the most important factors in Hattrick. Alongside planning. I was very lucky the other day, by the way, with look at this guy. I'm hoping for something big in either scoring or winger. Scoring is marked down as one of the top three skills. So I'm hoping it's pretty high at least. Look at his age. He's already passable defending, maxed out in playmaking as well. I really hope there's something extra to train for him. Like this, he's a very good as a new player, I'm struggling with that, yeah, but I'm doing good with the forward cycle entering second season. So you are, just checking here, you are training those to sell on and then restart like a deeper project? A longer project, Daddy? So you're basically doing like a profit project right now, right? Earning some money. Because that's a perfectly good way to get started. Earning some money, maturing the club, building the stadium. Not too big, of course. You still have to balance the expenditure of stadium maintenance, but it's a nice thing having it sorted before you actually have to grow your club and start working towards competitiveness, because every little extra thing you don't have to spend on your money when you're going up actually helps a little. That's one of the downsides of growing your club into real competitiveness the first time. You have to buy your stadium as well. But you could use it as a way of keeping money out of the reserves as well, because maintaining your stadium is cheaper than paying the high-level financial director. I have a high-level financial director appointed right now with my Danish team, but I'm just keeping him in order to get as much out right now of the board reserves, and then he's out of the door again. But I had to employ him a little for the process of picking up my wingers. My current fascination is the new achievements for the HT Arena. My 4 clubs have been playing a whole bunch of head-to-head tournaments for. Yeah, and you actually helped me gain one of those achievements as well, so that was pretty cool. We should be going to the live page and be checking some ratings in just a few seconds. While we wait for the first few goals and the viewer to get running properly, just turn out the music a little. Wait it out. You look at the Bombers arena matches, it's quite comical. Should we just take a quick look at that? Oh wow. I can see. This was our match. What the hell? Anyway, on to some real matches, as some would say. HTI Elite. Wow. Is it really this close? Home advantage here. Looks better for Eternia. Pretty even due to the midfield advantage. 1.5 sub-levels. No, that's 1.5 levels of midfield between them. You should be able to score if you get a few good chances. And you're actually ahead on expected goals here. Aldrington winning heavily on the midfield, the drifters though. If they can come, I think they might actually be favorites here. I think the Hattrick helper, Danny's Hattrick helper simulator actually underestimates counter-attacking at low levels a little. HTI League already leading. Max Apicera. Central attack. 2 minutes in. Perfect start. At Castle Grayskull. Pardalov should have an easy time winning this one. Pavelan Kilot Yat. Oh, yeah, okay, that's me trying to pronounce Finnish here. Okay, it's a crazy advantage for the away side. Should be winning this no trouble at all, unless something crazy happens. Parking the bus. Supernatural counterattack. Low scoring game. They do have a 1 expected goal here. Could it be that might be because of the specialists? Interesting. Interesting. Alright, Yulupukit versus Papai ELC. Home field, home advantage here. Are they pressing? No, they're not. They're just being quite defensive. I see. This one is Ooh. How do they rate this? Havnenselde favorites for this one. I'm happy. Happy to see this. Let's just take a look at... No, why? Did I have a suspension for this one that I missed? I'm not entirely sure that's the right winger. Oh, yeah, I remember now one. No, it's just me. Of course, we stacked one side here to get a formidable side attack. But I see now, I could probably just have played him on the wing. Yeah, it's okay. Any man mark? Drift their man, not my man marking, they're counter-attacking. I should be more specific about that one. Parking the bus in a counter-attack. No, it was actually Papai ELC. I was like, why are they not in the counter? They should be, but they're not. Or pressing or something, but nothing special from that. Kolovice had the opportunity on a set piece here. Matej Dolezal. The opportunity, but he fails to connect it, and it falls out of bounds. Jesus Angel with the goal at Stadium Australia. A right attack for the Huskies here. That's not a good start. Hoping to see an even encounter here. Pretty hard for me to root for any of you guys because I value both of your contributions to the community for sure here. And now an injury for Bacardi. He's being swapped. And we have Jamie Fisher coming on in the middle of the park. Oh, that's not good. Let's see here, Jeremy Coty. Could they be replying instantly here? Let's just play the dong sound for Shubkash Patil, who scores from a right attack for Aldrington against the High Plains Drifter 6 minutes into the game. Is this a goal? Oh, that's an unpredictable event, but unfortunately for Jerome, he couldn't convert. Still 1-0 at Stadium Australia. After the new update, injuries got increased. No, it didn't. They specifically said that it was turned down. In fact, like the chance of getting one injury is roughly the same. Getting more injuries, it has been lowered, but this severity of injuries should have been turned down by 1 week on average as well, because you have the chance of getting a player injured, or the risk, I should say, of getting a player injured during training as well. Mambo is due for a win against you. Could still go both ways. The problem with passing training is that I'm too predictably playing 2-5-3 each match. Yeah. And especially in the stages we're in now, because you don't really want to sacrifice training at this level, right? But it's a little hard once you start competing with your friends, because you might end up sacrificing a little too much for those sweet victories. Robert M, hello, 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 welcome on in, good to see you. I know it's been a while since I had a chance to stream on a Saturday. Robert, I'm sure you're going to watch the Classico in like, what, 4 hours or so? Who were you picking for a win today? Today, Real is crushing Barca. Both teams seem to be on a good run, though. Rene Urskov to the left. Ooh. What? 74% chance. Are you kidding? That's terrible. Real Madrid is playing match of the season and man marking Yamal. So who's man marking? Would that be the German defender? What's he called again? Rüdiger, I think. Hebelen. Rajo London. With the quick event, I think. And he passes for Morty Koskimeki. But he misses. Yeah, Rudy. He's a little crazy though. But you need some of that in your team as well. I'm so sad about this miss. He's the funny guy as well. He did something about it with the chair sometime. I don't remember exactly what it was all about. How didn't Madrid also have that Austrian defender? Is he still injured? David Alaba. Yeah, it's real bad, right? Hasn't it been quite a while now? Was it a cruciate ligament? As a Barca fan, I don't want him to win, of course. Yeah, no comment. I know I said I don't follow it that closely anymore, but I still want Madrid to beat Barcelona. That's not an active match, that's for tomorrow. Oh yeah, I saw that that horrible picture also of how he got injured. Cavahalet. Yeah. I had knee surgery myself, so I really hate seeing those whenever they're like the knees buckle and like if they have any kind of ligament injuries, because I instantaneously just feel pain in my own knee. I used to have my kneecap dislocating quite a few times before I had surgery myself. Yeah, let's not talk about that. And I know I started talking about his injury, but enough of that. Can't believe he missed. Asimo. Ooh, look at that. Passable, solid. In Tahiti, I tried to create a perfect goalkeeper from one. How much passing does he have? Unpredictable spec. I'm really intrigued by those guys. Also because right now, one of my biggest youth pro ever, with solid passing as well. He's actually in the under 21s. He just dropped to passable form, right? So he's on the bench right now, but I keep following him. Eternia up by 2-0 now. Harris Bui. $16 carrier goals already. That's pretty decent when you take into consideration when the teams were created here. Let's see, Australia Huskies. Tony Popovic. Divine goalkeeping. Titanic defending, divine set pieces and solid passing in Mozambique. That should take him far, I suspect. How long will it take to train him like that? No goal for Huskies this time. I've started training my national team prospect player in Fabriken. 31, so 14 seasons. Does it take training? Does it take 14 seasons though to train all that? How much long? Yeah. See if I can. This is the guy I've started training for the national team. Stefan Snyder. I'm training him in playmaking at the moment. Oh, I can't see the mark. 5 weeks in. 2 skill ups from inadequate. 2169 HGMS. That's pretty decent. Ostibar has scored a goal here. Ernst Wartenburg, central attack. No arguing against that. They have the upper hand here for sure. Alfonso Mancumila on the left. Now we have to score. We have to score. Yes. Alfonso Mancumila. 1-0 for Havnens Helte. Here we go. Good stuff. Let's see here, Seymour Obel. But a great save from Konrad Lagerhal in goal for SPV. Halfway through the first half, we have HTI League leading 2-0 against Kralovice. The Australia Huskies leading 1-0 against the Bombers. Arlington AFC leading 1-0 against High Plains Drifter. Domelase and Padalov are, surprisingly enough, tied 0-0. One of just 3 games without goals in. Pevelin Kilot Tajat versus Krustibad. We have the guests leading in that match, and we have Havnens Helte leading at home 1-0 against Bagheera United. Going well. Right now, at least. Mortensen with another chance here, Rob Todd, but no goal down the right. See if there's a counter attack in the making from the High Plains Drifter. Maybe not, maybe not. Espevik way on the counter, but that's rough. Kind of rough with just a 1% chance to convert the central attack. We have an equalizer in the game between Orpington and High Plains Drifter. It's Martin Laufer. Central counter-attack. And then it's all even at the Harborview Stadium once more. Evelyn attacking on the left. But Florian Duque with a good save and goal for the guests here. Still 1-0. 1-0 up after that chance. Stephen Shipley, but it's saved by Marlon Pentas here. Could it be another opportunity for a counterattack for High Plains Drifter? We'll keep an eye open for the next minute or so. Yellow card for Mikko Toljamo for a dive in the area, the penalty area, but there's no doubt in the mind of the referee this time around. Injury for Espevik. Per Arvid Bækbæk leaves the field, and surprisingly enough, there's no one to replace him. That could spell trouble for Espevik here. Oopsie. Yellow card for Matthijs Dienst. Blocking a quick attack on the set piece. Quick execution, I should rather say, from Bakura United. We'll see if that's smart later in the match. What's going on here? We have an equalizer for Barnet Bay. Jamie Fisher was brought onto the field after the injury here. He has scored after a left side attack in the 30th minute. So it's all even now. It was a quick event from Minded Jensenius, but he has missed his opportunity. Luckily. Pipeline Drifter, they have been struck with some disorganization and they're down to inadequate. Yeah, it should give Aldrington a good chance of seizing control of the match now. Like, will. So, we'll see. Bit interesting to see a team lining up with just like it's such a low formation experience. 5-2-3. That's what they're playing today, right? This. Let me just check this once more. How often did they play that? Once. Okay, so it could be worse, at least. It could still be worse for Ben and his troops. Oh, you poke it down to inadequate as well. Let's see. Does it change a lot? Little, but not greatly, I should say. Oh, free kick to Havn and Helde. But we haven't managed to seize the chance in scoring another goal. Bastian Nørgaard Christensen. Way to go. Karlovic is struggling to get back in the match. It's a yellow for Dolezal. It's crazy they haven't scored yet, Padalov. I cannot comprehend it really. Or understand at least. Julupukit trying something. Injury for... Oh, that's for the bot side. We don't care. Not too much at least. Unpredictable event for High Plains. Leon van Lispen. Floor de Pletcher. But he can't do anything with that chance, unfortunately for High Plains Drifter. Still all open. Everything to play for, I should say. Aldrington with the chance here, but they stopped the attack. Then we have a goal for Karlovic. Dolezal just got booked and now he's on the score sheet as well. 2-1, 37 minutes in. Still a chance, even though they are not the favorites here at Castle Grayskull. And then we have another goal for Havneshelde Matthijs Dienst after a right attack. 37 minutes in. Combination, set pieces combination. But it's easily defended by Bagheera United. Still 2-0 in this encounter. 38 minutes in. We don't mind though. It's certainly, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's going better than last season. But how could it not really? Marion Koch has given High Plains Drifter the lead. Hey Mambo, good to see you. We were talking and I think even Peaky feels that it's your turn to take the points in your encounter here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Oh no! I think I saw why the ratings changed, because Matej Dolezal has got a second booking and has been sent off an early bath, and that means they lack it's going to be a tough match to turn around now for Karlovic. Oh, but now we have an injury for HTI League though. Could be we have Freddy Friendo, the friendly central defender, coming on to take his place. It looks like the job got a little easier for HTI League with the sending off though. I feel like I'm due for a win, sure. Yeah, that's exactly what he said, Peaky. It does look like quite a strong advantage, but I would be a little worried about an attack hitting down the right side. Great to have the stream back too. Yeah, I mean, obviously my intentions is to stream as much as possible, but there's been so many things going on Saturdays for me lately. Last weekend I was in Sweden, out in the woods for like a 4-day hike from shelter to shelter, which was amazing and very nice. And then I've been participating in, because I play billiards on a team, and sometimes the matches are on Saturdays and sometimes it's on Sundays, and it's been pretty much packed with Sunday fixtures. But it's good to be able to sit behind the mic and stream a little for you guys. I really missed it too. I was really looking forward to getting started, and I think I started the stream at least 10 minutes early today because I was just looking forward to it. I'm in the same boat with work for the next 2 months, and when it's over I want to get away from my own R&R. R&R? What does that even mean? Rest and recovery, or rest and recuperation, or rest and relaxation? I see. Oh, so that's... You're going hard until Christmas, really? Yeah, I suppose we are as well. See if there's any stamina implications. It goes both ways here. Same here, really. Must be a Hungarian. Parking the bus. This is really surprising. How can Padalov not be scoring? The school year has been so intense while I've been on my full-time contract. I feel like it's been a pretty busy year here as well. Hey Hamson, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope we are doing well. Just a minute remaining here of regular playing time in the first half. 3 games without any goals. A bit surprising, I should say. Bit surprising. You guys play with your other teams? I know that the Oceania League dates are, it's like in, what, 10 hours or so? But did any of you guys have good games in your home league? Did you get good youth pools? I got an okay youth pool, but I'm not going to spoil that before I release the next Let's Play video. I would, however, like to spoil something else, because I've been working on a different intro for my YouTube videos. Show you guys if you want to see. If I can bring it up somehow. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's this morning. Oh, what's up? Well, it was just like something with my subscription for a thing I use for streaming actually, so I didn't want it to run out whilst I was streaming. Summer HT time. Oh yeah, I think I actually noticed one of the transfers I had booked, and it was longer than 3 days. Like a guy I am hot listing, obviously. But that worked. Second half, roughly 10 minutes away. You guys are very friendly for like just a friendly talk down the tunnel. Weren't you supposed to like bring some fire into... Why aren't you guys in the locker room screaming at your players? Which match did I actually remove from the viewer there? Turnier, Arlington? It's... Let's just find it. It was actually your match. Just reintroduce it to the viewer. Are you having a beer in the tunnel? That sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Until you're not, right? We're casual until we are serious. What kind of beer? A BB long neck? Where it's made is our unofficial national motto. My team is playing with a just had a dozen cans attitude this season. Cooper's Pale Ale or 150 lashes for me. Pale ale is actually in the Danish national team for it's often a cause for great discussion. It's like it's a dividing factor in the community actually, whether you should be drinking pale ale or not. It's quite fun. And then there's like a group in the middle of it all. I was on the GNs at a comedy event last night. Had a wild night. Oh, Great Northern. I'll have to cheat here. Well, Great Northern in Denmark is a golf and spa resort, at least. While I'm not on the brew right now, I will go fetch a cup of coffee for the second half. Be right back. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys a little preview of the new intro I made for my YouTube videos. And I made it all from scratch. I didn't, well, most, kind of a lot, right? See if I can get it to how could I do this? Got sound on, so just pause this. Right, so all of the, obviously not with me in the image, right? Like this, and this this will be playing whenever it's the Let's Play, right? Hello Hattrickers, and welcome to episode 75 of the Let's Play. There should be this drum. It's turned all the way up, by the way. So like I tried to get this football fan drum on. Hello Hattrickers, and welcome. Before we start the introduction to the video and everything. I actually made the drum sounds myself. Kind of like with that app called GarageBand. It was a fun thing to do, but we'll see how people like it. Anyway, let's just for a little preview. Almost ready for the second half here, and let's get some music on. It was all very quiet, almost Halloween. Did they enable the Halloween theme already, or? Oh, I doxed myself. I think I'll have to change that for the YouTube mod. Whoops. There's no Halloween theme at the moment. Back to live. I think that's a fun intro. Can you make it a Viking clap? That would be on theme, right? Why has Iceland claimed that now for good? I think a lot of teams are using it, but I would have to. The thing about just grabbing some sound bit, you might. The reason why I specifically wanted to make that drum myself, the drum sound, is because then I know there's not going to be a copyright claim in any way, because that's just super annoying for YouTube. And imagine having that, like if you use it as an intro sound for all of your videos, and then you have a copyright claim on not just one video but all of your videos. So that's why I decided to try to do something completely by myself. And also like the crowd sounds in the background, I know is from a library of sounds that I have a license to use because I'm paying for it monthly. All of the music we listen to now is also licensed in that way. So I think I have to pay like, I don't know, 15 euros a month or so to use the music. But then I know there's not going to be any trouble. We'll have to convince some Icelandic guy to start making some content, and we could make the Viking clap. Fun idea though. Drifter back to solid organization. Which other team was lacking organization? I can't remember now. Was it Espevik? Or... Bagheera? No. Oh, it was Yulu Phuket. I can see some attendance figures. This is the bot team, so don't care too much about that one. I have to I have to expand my capacity, I see. Luckily we have money for it. I think we'll go queue the construction right after the match, I guess. Sagai Komchenkov. What happened? Oh, Hugo Liebert. Oh, it's an unpredictable event. I love how the Canberra Raiders go all uppity at Ennis knocking the Viking clap back in 2016, all of about 2 months after they stole it. Stole it off the Iceland team using at the Euros. I have no idea what you're talking. Was it something from the Australian League or the Canberra Raiders? Forgive me. Raiders from Canberra? Is it not is it not connected? Is it not off the shore? Or? Not really, I see. National Rugby League. I think it's a bit ironical having a team inland. Like if the city's not really on the coast, why would you have Raiders there? Havnen Alfonso Macamilla with the Winger event, and then he assists Winger to the head. Mattis Dienst. 3-0 for the Heroes. Havnen somewhere near the coast, so they could be raided by someone, and then the Raiders would settle down because there was nothing to steal. But it would be an excellent place to live. And thereby you have the Canberra Raiders. I don't know. Note to self, queue an arena construction after the match. I thought you said nowhere near. No, okay, I thought you said somewhere near the coast. Stephen Shipley. Down the lift. But he puts it over. An air raid? Kirilos Papas. Ken Prince with the save. And here's an equalizer. Russell Cousins, central attack for Aldrington. It's all square now, 2 goals for each of the sides here at W Stadium. How much of a hike would that be? Isn't there a river or anything? That they would be able to, like, if you imagine Vikings going upstream. Just a man-made lake. Oh, I see. But what about the Las Vegas Raiders? I mean, I thought it was still Oakland Raiders, by the way, but it's not. I mean, having, unless you think of Raiders like something like Fallout, you take inspiration from that, but the Wasteland Wanderers. That's more of a pirate thing than a Viking. I don't know. Like, a raider for me is like a Viking, sort of a... But maybe a raider could be more, of course. A desert raider? What if I Google... Yeah, okay. There's desert raiders in Age of Empires 4, at least, I see, so fair enough. I mean, it could be... yeah, they are. I was just like, because of the name, I was just like, well, who else? Well, we have raiders in the NFL, I guess, so... I just wanted to check, see. They're actually Las Vegas Raiders now. I think LA has 2 teams now, Rams and Chargers as well. Jervis Bay territory. It's getting very quite specialized around but I'd say, like, the general Danish description of Canberra is it's the only major Australian city not situated by the coast. So Vegas is suddenly going to have all 4 major codes covered. The first team they got was ice hockey. All I know about the football thing with the LA Rams, I know they were like saying it was ironical that Los Angeles didn't have a team since the Rams were there, right? And now all of a sudden they have 2 teams. Not that I follow it. So there's something up with Oakland, or I have no idea about the American sports really. Espevik with the chance here. I have an idea about Hattrick, so let's focus a little on this Espevik. Jonne Kurden. But it's a side netting. Harri-Pekka Nilsson had the chance for Julopukit centrally, but he missed the opportunity, unfortunately, for the home team. Seriously, how are they not leading? The High Plains Drifter takes the lead with a central counterattack, Bertus Vedel. And they are moving towards the middle of the table now. Pretty good for Ben, but it's a bit of a surprise, really. If you... Oh, I did say... Didn't I say the Danish Hattrick Simulator? Danish Hattrick Helper Simulator. Oh yeah, I did say that it actually could favor the counterattack just a little too low. Underestimating it even, and I think that might be the case here. We have an hour played, and it's 3-2 for Drifters. Krusty Bar now up by 3. Another goal from Ernst Badenburg on a penalty. Leading the league comfortably by now. 5 points. Down to Julopukit and Aunenshelde respectively. Canberra means a meeting place? I wouldn't be able to tell in any way. It's funny that you mention it. It's funny that you mentioned it, Mambo, because we were discussing how Piggy felt a bit easily. What did you say again? What did you call it? You were easy to read somehow, right? Because of the passing training, and then the question comes like, are you training passing since you play 2-5-3? It's just like, yeah. Predictable, yeah. True, that's the exact words used on that occasion. "62 minutes into the games here. Still 3 games without any goals, surprisingly enough. Lofting the Drifters formation. And he might might spell trouble later in the game if they lose organizational level early in the second half here, or at least not all the way towards the end. The donut, yeah. Remember to cue the construction. Someone has to beat RS350 or he might promote. The question is, don't you think Kralovic would be able to beat him in the return match, maybe? Maybe Padalov. Didn't they play in the first match? Of course. It could be that he opts to drop a point or two later, simply because it's a young team still. Oh, he has the bot. Okay, yeah. There's the goal. Hattrick Australia Huskies up by 2-1. Archie Thompson with the wing event. Red Emerton is the man who can profit from that wing event, and he makes it 2-1. 66 minutes into the game. Well done one more time for Mambo. As opposed to my two local clubs who want to win but can't. Don't worry, I know all about dropping points to pots. I got you. Emerton and Thompson. Yeah. very golden generation Socceroos. How would you pronounce it? Like Socceroos. Not very fond of the word soccer. I do too, but I don't want to piss my fans off too much. I took a leaf out of Maforky's book and recruited some teams and then beat them all. It forced the... Oh yeah. I did see a fun sketch about like American. I think it's supposed to be like during the Independence War, like some soldiers and like a general talking about what units, and like they're going to use the metric units, and they're using the imperial and everything, and how it doesn't make sense. And then they'll use yards in like it's a sketch, right? But they'll use the metric units for something like the 100-meter dash and others. And in this game we call football, we'll use yards. And in this game we'll be throwing the ball a lot, but we'll call it football. And then the other soldier says, "Wait, shouldn't there be kicking in football?" Yeah, we only kick a little. We sometimes kick the ball a little, and sometimes it gives 3 points and sometimes it gives 1. I'm not sure I fully understand. Hey guys, should I drop the Huskies as a name and go more Australian animal or keep it? I think it's quite funny that it's not the most Australia team name in some way. I think it's alright. You should just keep it. I like it. Krusty Bar now up by 4-0. Jacques Roher. What times are games in Myanmar? Oh, that's why I wasn't really. About 2.75 hours behind. Pardomov finally scores on a penalty. Jan Boose after 70 minutes. I have an affinity for Huskies for personal reasons. And I mean, if it's personal, like if you have a strong affinity for a Husky, I think you should keep it. That's more. That's better than something that thematically fits Australia, I think. Think about shutting down my Raccoons team. How so? How come, Mabo? Four teams is a lot. Yeah, I agree on that. Oh, Krusty Bart now like 5-0. Stefan Portier after 71 minutes. Definitely crushing the opposition now. I see a lot of Huskies around Sydney these days. They're quite fashionable. That's that makes sense. I've seen also like after Games of Thrones gained popularity, a lot of people would get Huskies, not being completely aware of how much of like the activity levels you need in order to keep such a dog satisfied. And it Huskies have to stay in the two other are more competitive. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, but I get where you're coming from with the 4 teams, because I've been thinking what to do with the San Marinese team after the end of the cycle, and I'm probably thinking that I'm not going to stick with that team, simply because I don't understand most of what's going on in the forums, because it's in Italian, and even though it's a very fun project, I'm thinking about closing down that team once everything is over with Zanotti and the other players, and perhaps just playing with another team in Denmark, because I also like the idea of potentially finding players for the Danish national teams. Huskies are a beautiful breed, but they need huge amounts of exercise. Yeah, and I think a lot of people got surprised by the fact that now they don't feel like they can sustain very smart, quite dramatic. When you start an HTI League, can you nominate the league times? I'm not sure I follow. Like when the games are supposed to be played? Injury for Popeye ELC. The fun thing about the HTI is your league times and the cup match times are on their own schedule, but I love the idea for the worldwide community for the HTI, but the early morning league games kill me. Yeah, I understand. And like another thing that's like it's in a kind of a gray area for me is the fact that it is behind of a paywall, no matter what you do, right? I thought it was a fun idea, and it is a fun idea to try to get something nice going in an international community rather than just the national communities. Yeah, especially if you have to add it as your 4th team, it is quite steep, right? I'm totally aware of it, and and for that reason, I mean, I completely understand if people get, like, if they have some fatigue or they drop out of the community for those reasons, so perfectly good reasons. It's also like I also remind myself that it's a pretty rough condition for the community in itself, right? If it was free, I think we would see a lot of people competing, and I do see a lot of people having very much fun in the homegrown league, which could have been like a great base for an international community. Better than HTI even, because of the, like, it's completely new. Tomalase Otoviano Diamato. Oh. Oh. A red card for the bots. I think. Could we reload like this? Wait. Oh, it is a red for Diamato. Perhaps now they can... turn it into a scoreline that actually reflects the difference in the teams here. I mean, to add to the community however I can. But down under, times are so different. We are on the bum end of the world down here. So everything is out of sync with the rest of the world. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I do remember you mentioning at times that in the chat, I was like, oh, you mentioned that you actually fell asleep during the stream and so, and you shouldn't. I mean, I'm very happy that people want to sit in chat and be part of it, but no one should feel like they have to sit here and strain themselves, struggle to follow along. That's not why we do it. Mob anyway, I'm soldering my son's birthday present together. Oh, how nice. It's almost 10 a.m. here. It's perfect for me. Ali Hassa, did I see you in the stream before? Welcome in. Nice to see. 10 a.m. Perfect. I would love to have like early Sunday games like 10 a.m. Arizona. Ah. Oh yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense. Like 9 hours. Ulupukit down to inadequate against Papai ELC, but they still favorites here. I think Sweden has like an early, kind of an early game. Allsvenskan. Yeah, see, they play at 10 a.m. Havnetelte. Bastian Nørgaard Christensen 4-0. But I'm fairly certain, like, we play at 4 p.m. on Sundays, and back. This is also where Hattrick shows its like where it used to follow Sunday 2:20 p.m. local time. So Sunday at 4 p.m. in Denmark, back in the day, where you didn't have all the TV deals and everything, you would have at least, if not all of the matches in the Danish league. That would be 6 of only 12 teams in the Danish league. you would have them all be played on Sunday afternoon. I think that's also the case for Sweden, so they would basically follow the real schedule. Aldrington with the equalizer, David Baldwin, a right attack. Everything to play for in that match. No HTI teams here, sorry. No worries, no worries. You're not required to have an HTI team to follow this. Julapukit, direct free kick, Mikko Toljamo. Oh, that means we're down to third. Oh no. Rostibard, 7-0 up now. Ernst Wardenburg, I think that's a hat trick also. Pretty nice. Tucson Wildcats, check them out. Well, it showed how, like, it meant a lot that you could go to like the forums and advertise for someone to come join the league. It was quite effective. The Tucson Wildcats. Let's see. $10-0. I'll consider it. Yeah, it's a very nice logo, I have to say. Yeah, I'm checking it out. We'll drop a little support here. Oh. And what about the other? Gilgamesh Warriors. Is that the lowest division? Oh, it's not. Is that a relatively new team? Yeah, it's kind of new, okay. That makes sense. We should do a friendly. Huskies versus the Wildcats. Oh no! They're like cats and dogs. Wild encounter. Julapukit. Now up by 2. Militiaman. 86 minutes into the game and it's 2-0. That means they go ahead of us, unfortunately. 4 minutes remaining of the match now. I'd be a little unfair on the chance distribution here. I wonder when we are we playing Julapukit? All-rounder team. And we have to remember, hey, Backlog, welcome in. How are we doing? When do Greece play? Right now in the building phase for both teams. Also, patience is just the most important factor right now. I wish I was in Greece watching the stream in the sun rather than sitting in the dark at 4 AM. That's a second writ. Wow. Greece. Hellas. you have played. Or you play at 11 a.m. Julapukit. Papai with the corner, but they cannot convert the chance. Who's playing Karlovice next round? Next round. That'll be a setback at least. Karlovice. Is it true red card max you can get is 2? I have no idea. There used to be a record thread somewhere. But I'm not aware. There's a special thread for matches to bookmark at least. Perhaps there's something to look at in there. Should be in the global thread. But I couldn't actually tell you about red card max. Injuries have a cap now. There's at least less risk of getting more injuries now. I don't think there's an actual cap. Because there's also an achievement. You have to remember about the injuries achievement, which is Hey Yankton! Just as the games are ending. But we'll come in anyway. What's the max for that achievement? Leighton Gilchrist, HTI League. The first matches have ended here. Julapukit wins 3-0 against the Papai ELC, and then we have a draw, a goalless draw between SPVK SK and Parking the Bus. Attorney has to score versus Tenman. Yeah, well, they don't have to score against these ratings, but yeah, logically, they should have a good chance. But Hattrick isn't always logical. Parking the bus, yeah, and they managed to do so quite effectively today. 3 red cards in this game. Is it the same team, however? I would have to utilize another window. Same team. Yeah, okay, so there isn't a cap. Parking the Bus didn't play either today, actually. They just played very defensively. Good game between Mambo and Peaky. It ends in favor of the Huskies today, 2-1 against the Bombers. Aunenselde wins 4-0 against Bagheera. Very important against the Danish manager. Dunbarge. HTI League wins 2-1 against Karlovice, and they are cruising in the league, having to play the bot twice in round 7 and 8. Kostibat leads comfortably in V.109 after winning 7-0 today. 3-3 Aldington versus Drifter. Not really setting it off here, either of those teams. Padalov wins against the bot, but merely, barely. Quite surprising, I should say. Let's take a look at the leagues. We'll start in V.130. Yeah, I'll be scheduling an expansion as well here. HTI Elite. Oh, did they draw one? Why does it say they drew? Anyway, Turnia leading by 3 points here. Kolovic in second, Padalov just after, 12 points. Bonnet Bay in fourth. The Huskies are closing the gap here, while High Plains Drifter and Aldrington share the spoils. But with a few good results, they could climb the table here. Go Huskies. Let's see. Katowice versus Bonnet Bay. Eternia playing Padalov twice. They're not playing against the bot team. I'm not used to the heights of 5th. I'm sure you are. Usually I'm last. Let's take a look at V.109. Out until against Yulu Pukit next week. Ooh. That'll be a bit spicy. Cruise to Bart against Parking the Bus, but they'll be far away. Bedtime for me. Thanks for the stream. Thank you so much for being here, Peaky. First and all the way until the end of the match. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully it won't be as much of a gap until the next HTI live stream. I really don't hope so. Havneshelde and Papa ELC. No, sorry, Papa ELC versus Espevik and Bagheera versus Avalan. That could be an interesting encounter as well. We need to find that arena thingy. So I think it's called Enterprise Arena Calculator. I think we should be able to find it like this. Yeah, Energy Jack. Boom. 0.20. We'll just use fans. 1182. See it all? You don't? Ah, looks atrocious. That. Okay, and fan mood will be a bit higher. Oh, okay. No! Annoying. Stadium. 1240. V8. 36. And VIPs. Confirm. It seems a bit much. Okay. What? Did I, current situation, it's over here. else? VIP. Okay, that's more like it. So we should be adding 2542 basics. And $809, 114. 300,000 euros. Request, place, boom, we got it. We're done. Back to the HT. It's an oversized. Yeah, it's perfectly fine because we are growing the club, so you would just want to spend the money as well as you can. Right. Yeah, I guess that's all for now. Even though we have all those lovely people coming in here towards the end of the stream. Sorry to say that this is the end of the stream because I have places to be on this Saturday night. But thank you so much for showing up, being in chat, and hopefully, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to stream next Saturday, ironically enough, but hopefully sometime very soon I'll be able to do another HTI stream because it is my ambition to do more HTI live streaming for sure. I feel like I've been neglecting it a bit, so it's really nice to be able to sit here behind the microphone and provide some live coverage. But for now, I have nothing else to say but have a great rest of the weekend. If you haven't made your youth polls yet, I'm doing like this for you. I'm hoping for the best because that's one of the most fun parts in Hattrick when it goes right. So one more time, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Bye. Farvel, Hamsen.